Well, the question was asked, where were you when July the 7th, 1996 happened, when the unthinkable happened? Well, fast forward to March the 1st, 2025. Where were you when the unthinkable and the ultimate swerve happened as it took place inside the Sky Dome in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, where things seem to be happening in that particular stadium that is the home of the Toronto Blue Jays? Welcome to this Elimination Chamber breakdown show of the Ring Psychology Podcast. I am Double A, joined by the bad guy JP Mizzle. My co-host from the Mizzle and Dub Show will join us momentarily as he was watching the Roach Tank Davis fight, to which I'm waiting for an alert to see who won the doggone fight, but no alert has happened yet. But Elimination Chamber has come and has gone, and one result not shocking, but how it all formed, some would say, is the ultimate swerve. But the other result is kind of weird because, as expected, the Storm, Jade Cargill, made her return and made her return very passionately, giving Naomi the business, as Naomi was not even able to participate in the chamber. So thus,
beat the shit out of her. I'm watching it again right now. She beat the absolute dog shit out of her.
And thus, again, it is Bianca Belair getting her second win in the chamber, and she will face either Io Sky or Mommy at WrestleMania 41, as we are now 40. Well, if you're on the East Coast, it's 48 days away. Here on the West Coast, it's still 49 days away until Easter weekend of the grandest spectacle of them all, WrestleMania 41. Making its long-awaited return to Las Vegas, the first time since WrestleMania 9 in 1993. The final two, it came down to Bianca and Liv, or the final three came down between Alexa, Liv, and Bianca. I was kind of hoping for an Alexa win because, I mean, if Rhea goes over against Io Sky, which possibly could happen, we will find out Monday night.
99.9% chance of it.
On Netflix on Monday night in Buffalo, New York. If it ends up Rhea still going to WrestleMania as a champion, we've seen Liv and Rhea. They've told a great story, but we're past that now. Been there, done that. It'd be nice to see an Alexa Mommy story because of just the psychology that both of them can build up until WrestleMania 41. It having Bianca, now again, Michael Higginbottom and Paul Levesque and Michael P.S. Hayes know what the hell they're doing, along with Bruce Pritchard. So I'm pretty sure they can tell a very good.
Because what happened tonight, like I
as he drinks his Mamba.
Like overall, it was good. It was a good card.
Yeah.
But beginning to end, swerves everywhere. I'm not gonna lie to you. As soon as Jade Cargill came out wearing the all black, I was like, oh no, she's coming after either Naomi Bianca. Because Naomi Bianca came out in all white. Jade came in the all black. I was like, okay, something's going to happen here. She went right past Liv and just, again, beat the crap out of Bianca or out of Naomi. And then the whole time Naomi gets stretchered off, neck brace and all. And then Bianca's the very next one to come in, takes an ass whooping, a little bit of an ass whooping from Liv. And then the match goes on. We all know who wins the match. But I mean, we could talk about the match cards. I want to talk about like the Sami Zayn KO match because it brought to my mind that we may be witnessing probably the greatest rivalry in professional wrestling history when it comes to these two, especially for the
And
amount of
that's
time that they've
and
been
and
doing
and
it
and,
for.
and that's putting up with it because we have seen. Okay, if we talked about great rivalries in wrestling, this might become a 24-hour show. And I'm really not over exaggerating. And I'm really not over exaggerating. I'm really not. Especially if we added some other great wrestling minds on this podcast. This literally might be a one-day show. I'm not kidding you at
Yeah,
all.
the rivalries, that we have obviously seen throughout our lifetime, obviously been great ones, but like this one, the reason why I put it up there as high of a pedestal as I am is because of the fact of the longevity of how long they've been having this rivalry. It's been going since before they even got into WWE. Ring of Honor days, El Generico, Kevin Steen, like Gorilla. I keep forgetting it. Is it Pro Wrestling Gorilla, PWG? Those like the battles that they've had with each other before WWE, since they got into the
Oh
WWE with
God.
their
I mean,
matches in NXT.
you watch their Ring of Honor stuff. Oh my God.
It it's the match tonight was kind of a almost like a Ring of Honor-esque type match that they had. The brutality of it, just everything about that match, from start to finish, unsanctioned, which
like how they even dimmed the lights because it was an unsanctioned match.
but then I
Uh,
had the question,
Just
and
just
obviously
just
this
to add
is
just
this
to add the theater to it.
yeah, and this is obviously, really nitpicking, and there's not real like that this isn't real this is more like a devil's advocate thing. If it's non-sanctioned and WWE really has nothing to do with the match, why have announcers? I'm just wondering, like, if the WWE is basically washing all hands clean, we have no part of this whatsoever. Why are there announcers? I mean, having the announcers is fine. I'm not saying to take out the announcers to make it more realistic. I'm not saying all of that. I'm just saying, if you're going to call it an unsanctioned match and you are going to state that WWE has absolutely no part in this match, that should probably mean that the whole match should basically just be us watching KO and Sami Zayn beat the absolute shit out of each other. No commentary needed. There really wasn't any commentary that was needed. The way they told the story, the way they trust each other, the way they go at it with each other and stuff like that, that tells the story all in itself. You don't need ring announcers for a Kevin Owens Sami Zayn match. Yeah, so that's all. Yeah,
Could you
I'm just. It crossed my mind today. I was like, out of all the unsanctioned matches that I've seen, either in WWE and AEW or really anywhere else, it's never completely a oh, we have nothing to do with it because your announcers are still calling the match. They're still part of. If it was, I mean, if you really want to get to the technicality of it, it shouldn't even be aired. If you really want to get technical with it, it shouldn't even be on WWE programming. So again, I'm not sitting here trying to go, oh, you're diving too deep into it. I'm just obviously poking fun at it. I'm just saying if you're gonna, I'll be the bad guy on this one. Oop, can get that to send the link in Messenger? Jesus.
I got it. I'll do it. I got it.
Got him.
Don't overdo yourself.
That's not that much. I'm just sending a link.
I know, but still.
But it just This match, I was looking at it going, the tables on the outside, and then the barbed wire chair. And then Kevin Owens taking a blue thunder bomb on it to where I was thinking the chair was gonna kind of like break in the middle or something like that. That chair did not give. Neither one of them did. The three that were sitting, and then the barbed wire chair that was laying down on top of it, none of them gave. None of them collapsed. And then Sami Zayn basically getting dropped on his head onto the chair, and then an exploder Sami Zayn gives to KO onto the chair. We were sitting here talking to each other about it the entire time. I was like, okay, well, as crazy as they've been making Kevin Owens be, like, he's unhinged at this point.
And this is by far some of his best work ever, by the way.
Yeah, and where they're taking it, obviously with Netflix and everything that's got, they definitely dove deeper into the fact that they're going to be in Netflix full time real soon today, and we'll get to more on that.
And not to mention, we haven't even talked about the grand return to even add more fuel to the fire.
Yeah, it was all. It was one of those matches I'm looking at it going, good Lord. These guys, like, I wish this match would have been at WrestleMania, to be completely honest. And I don't really think it's over.
No.
Even with the Apex Predator coming back at the end, I still don't think it's over with between KO and Sami Zayn. I don't think their rivalry will ever end until they both retire completely. And you look at it, and then it goes through. God, I want to say it was close to a 15, 20-minute match. Like they had some life in this one.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of it all, KO is still, trying to beat the shit out of Sami Zayn, as we bring in the other third of the Ring Psychology Podcast, Mister Mizzle himself.
Who now might be adopt? No, I'm kidding. He's not adopting Cena, folks. It's not happening.
I'm going to say, don't you ever speak that blasphemy on this show when it comes to John Cena.
Look at you actually. Look at you in your headline actually giving him praise, which is shocking.
Well, I'm just saying, I would never thought in the history of him being with this company, giving what he does for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, I would never thought that he would do that. But then giving what they've done with the New Day, who I thought would be the same way, they have turned them heel. So I see that the company is going into a different direction.
Well,
but let's not divert of what you guys were talking about. You were guys talking about the Sami Zayn match.
Yeah, we're definitely that's going to be a lot to talk. Trust me, that's going to be a lot to talk about on that.
That was tremendous. That was tremendous.
And all I can say is called it. But we'll get to that. And when you get to people are going, oh, now it's going to be there's no way Sammy, after that ass whooping and that beating, that brutality, yada yada yada, etc., that he's going to be back in time for Mania. Even with Randy Orton coming out and
RKO's everywhere.
Definitely an RKO
and
part.
Almost got the punt. Almost.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was real close before they're teasing it. They're teasing it. That means it's gonna happen at some point.
Have you noticed that a lot of moves that's been outlawed, they're being allowed again? Especially with the small package DD power driver, because I noticed that they were testing it because when Penta got signed, a lot of his moves revolve around that power driver. So I love it. As long as they keep the wrestlers safe, bring it. If it works,
and that's the thing that it really comes down to, because if you notice who's actually doing it,
ones that are trusted.
It's exactly. The only ones who are trusted to do it are, guys like Kevin Owens and
Yes.
and even guys that they know are safe.
Yeah.
So just that being, just more move sets because again, a lot of these crazy moves, a lot of these crazy things, you see it in the indies all the time. I mean, in the
Mhm.
All
indies, they
day.
fuck up and no sell
Yes.
them all the time, but
Cocaine. Cocaine.
but
Did you say
it's
cocaine?
I did. It was either
cocaine,
that or
bluecaine, gain.
it was that or cheeseburger.
Okay, I'll live with cocaine.
But it's just you got a lot of things opening up now that are
Yes.
making it
Well, I mean,
it's more
As much
F.
as you don't
entertaining
like it.
and it just seems more devastating.
I mean, hell, we now
Yes.
have F bombs and saying shit on live pay-per-views now.
Well, what they said is they won't change anything, especially with the Netflix things coming back. They said they were not going to do no delays. Whatever was said, they were going to let it run. And well, we got that on Peacock. Think about that.
Yeah. Well, I
That
mean,
was on
Peacock,
Peacock.
but here's the thing though, Peacock, if you've gone and seen some of their shows and stuff like that, it's not like they don't have uncensored content.
Exactly.
It's not like they don't have, my wife watches the Bravo shows and stuff on there that they're fucking and shitting and all on top of each other all the time.
Ain't the Handmaid Tales on Peacock?
I think so.
If
So
anything,
like
anybody knows
there's a
about the
bunch of
Handmaid Tales.
there's a bunch of things on Peacock that are uncensored that it doesn't especially the route that they're going, it's not
Yeah.
necessarily surprising.
Yeah.
But I mean the KO Sami Zayn match, I thought that one was like, okay, this is probably going to be the most memorable part about this night, and boy was I fucking wrong.
To say the least.
Well,
I
you
mean,
have to remember their history though. You knew you were going to get a good match with these two because they've been doing it before they
Forever.
even made it to the main roster.
Yeah,
So
and a lot
they,
of the and
they
a lot of
gave
the
you.
things. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I would just say, as you said, as we were talking before we did the show, was in our chat group, was you see a lot of trust between these two. They knew that they can do whatever they wanted to do. That they knew that you were going to put me in good hands, and we're going to make this a good match. They've
Half the
been doing
shit
it for
that they
years, so
did, they wouldn't
you
be
got
able to
something
do with
good.
others. Yeah, half the
Exactly.
shit that they did, they wouldn't be able to do. So it's just
No,
like
no.
you can tell there's that level of trust. That I mean, obviously they're the best of friends. We
Yeah,
we know, obviously we know kayfabe, heel, face. We know, but
they're
everybody
best friends in
knows
real life.
yeah,
exactly.
but that's what makes it so good because normally it's your best friend or your blood that makes the great matches that tells the great story.
Yeah.
So
Hence, you got what happened with the Bloodline when before they made Jey Uso go on this solo run when Roman was giving him the business. That storyline was good. That was a good way to put it, Dub.
Yeah.
Either your best friend or
There's
your family member is going to help you with a good storyline.
the trust factor in it is really
Exactly.
where it all
That
where
goes
it
a
all
long
stems
way
from.
in this business.
Yeah.
A
And
long way.
then after that, we get to was the Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratton, was that
Stratus.
before or after? That was after
The order went. It went the women.
That was after the
It
women.
went the women. The women's chamber,
chamber.
and then it went Tiffany in that the tag team.
Okay.
That was the second match.
Okay. So that match came on. I mean, it was. I'm not
That
trying to
match
say
was
this in
totally
an
for
asshole. I'm not
that
trying to
match
say
was
this in an
totally for
asshole
Trish.
way.
That was
It was totally for
over
Trish
in her home country in Toronto.
It was totally for Trish. That was a match
I was
put
actually
in.
surprised that
that was a home pop.
I was actually surprised that that Tiffany got the pin. I thought it was going to be Trish getting the pin on Candice LeRae.
Yeah.
get that you definitely would have got a hometown pop out of that because I mean that's the whole, trying to protect Nia and Tiffany Stratton at the same time while also giving Trish Stratus the rub. But
Yeah.
they went with it as Tiffany going over clean.
By the
So
way,
I was like, okay.
by the way,
And then as I get to the Bianca Belair whip, oh my god.
you just
She
stole my thunder.
whipped
Speaking
that.
of that, Liv has got the war scars and war wounds of those of. Good lord. I mean, that's not a
I'm
weave,
looking
but
at it
damn it,
going,
that
what the
weave hurts.
fuck does she put in that thing? Like that, it's like it's an actual whip, the sound that it makes.
Yes.
Oh god, and then when she did the crossbody onto the three of them, she landed complete. Oh god, that mark from the whip is literally all around Liv's
Yes.
body.
Yeah. Like
From her
she is
back straight to the like it's completely like
it's
a
like
hoop around her.
It's like Liv just competed in a leather strap match.
Yeah,
That's what that
that
was.
hurt. That one definitely hurt. And I'm like getting whipped with a hair or anything like that. That's painful. Definitely painful. But I mean the obviously the Trish and Tiffany. I mean we kind of knew that they were going over, and then you get into the Sami Zayn Kevin Owens match, and then that one's a barn burner.
I know I came in late, but did you guys discuss about Jade Cargill coming back? Was that discussed
A
already?
little bit of it because I told Dub that I kind of thought it was gonna happen because of the attire she came out in. The direct opposite color of what Naomi and Bianca came out in.
But can we honestly say that all three of us knew that it was Naomi? I mean, I get what they were trying to sell us, but I knew it was Naomi from day one.
Yeah,
Just by
there were
the
definitely
excitement.
hints.
Her excitement and But they almost gave me a curveball when Jay came in and Liv was looking the way she was. I'm like, oh shit. Okay, was it really Liv? But I love the
I had
whole
looked at
swerve
Liv.
they gave me when she came right. She came in and she was gonna hit Liv, but she went right at Naomi. I'm like, that was perfect.
Yeah, I think Liv's reaction was more of an "oh shit," she thinks it's me. It's not me. I promise it's not me.
Yes.
And then obviously Naomi getting the shit kicked out of her at that point.
The shit kicked out of her is not the word. The business got it. Closing the cage on Naomi was like a coup de grace right there. That's perfect WWF kind of stuff style right there. That was beautiful.
And the twisted bliss.
But now here comes the question. And now the question is.
So this is what me and you talked about earlier, Dub?
Yeah, because now what kind of a story are they going to tell about Bianca going for another title, but she's still, as she said on the post-game show, needing to find closure. Now, will this lead into a possible swerve of her losing the title at Mania? Will it lead into the Jade Bianca story that the three of us have been like begging for to happen the last year when we knew that Jade was coming?
So much force in the ring. So much force.
And of course, will this lead to Jade becoming the heel, which I really think she's better as a heel anyway?
Because she was a good heel in AEW.
Yeah, she was.
And
they didn't use her right, like how Hunter's going to use her. Imagine her heelness with Hunter.
She was a good heel there when she was green. Now that she's actually got time under her belt and legitimate training.
Oh yeah, I mean,
she's going to be a fucking superstar.
I'm pretty sure Natty and Beth have been like training with her, getting her in ring stuff. I mean, people.
That is good knowledge to say right there, brother, because we already know about those two Hall of Famers. especially with Beth.
People want to give Natty crap, but I mean, Natty trained from the dungeon. I mean, if you're gonna have,
well, I'm gonna say her family background alone is
if you're
in this industry.
if you're gonna be a woman in this business and have somebody be a mentor or get you in the right direction, there's no two people better than Natty and Beth. And you can also throw Mickey in there because
Lita. So you can throw Lita in there too.
You can, but you can also throw in Mickey.
Mickey J. Yeah, well, that's the reason why she's on LFG right now.
Correct,
because she is someone that you can trust. Yeah, so yeah, 100%.
There's a lot of great women mentors that are now teaching them, teaching the ways of
the company is in good hands.
Yes.
I'm back. I'm solely back in, locked in like I was when I was in high school. Like when I met Dub, like when I tell you everybody, the first thing that man said to me was wrestling, and I was like, "You're going to be somebody I can talk to." That's the feeling that I have watching it again. Is like I'm so locked in and intrigued. I'm looking forward to every storyline.
Yeah,
especially with Hunter leading the way.
Yeah, everything right now is hitting on all cylinders. Everything that's going on right now is entertaining. It's keeping suspense. It's making everything. It's keeping it and I mean we've talked about it on this show before. They're modernizing kayfabe in a way that it's making it really, really entertaining. Like I'm really enjoying it because a lot of people are back to thinking a lot of it is real. The animosity, all the back and forth, like it's kind of back.
The feuds are really real now.
Damn it,
unlike you knew.
He's like, why? Yes,
but
why?
You knew when we were watching it as kids, you felt that stuff was real when we were watching it. You kind of get that feel now, even though we're vets to this right now. We know what's behind it, but it's giving you that feeling when you were a kid again, like, oh shit, they're really fucking beefing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Even though that we know it's a storyline, but you're getting that real, like I said, Hunter is doing a good job. And I need to start watching more NXT because NXT is getting that same, is giving me that same vibe, especially with Ricky Stakes being on there right now.
Ricky being on there?
I like
the Revolution will not be.
I was watching AEW because of him. I like his character. I like what he was doing. And Dub knows the pose is real with me. That right there is real.
The Revolution.
Michael Jackson.
If you can get me to sell your gimmick, you're good with me.
Yep.
That's perfect. So the company is going in a good direction. And Elimination Chamber tonight showed where they're trying to go ahead. We saw a lot of goodness because this wasn't the major PLE. It's one of their PLEs leading up to WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. But normally when you think Elimination Chamber, you're like, okay, who's going to blah, blah, blah. I was really involved in this PLE. It was, everything was good. Everything was good.
No, everything. For sure. And then it gets to the biggest swerve of the night.
Now we're getting there. I hate this son bitch, but we're getting there.
we get to the men's Elimination Chamber match.
The meat and potatoes.
And storylines, everything going in there were great.
Everywhere.
Drew getting, basically
still staying in his crybaby stage.
Out of there.
I love what somebody said was he's still gonna be a crybaby after this. And I'm like, yes.
He's gonna cry in the car. That's for damn sure. And then
it's the first one to get eliminated.
And exactly, first one to get eliminated. This match also pointed out that I think they're kind of done on the Damian Priest hype. I think they don't have much to do for him.
I think I heard you said in our chat, our personal chat, about him being a jobber.
Yeah, is that the route? A jobbing mid-carder now.
That's the route.
I
can see
think so
that.
because that's the only like you got pinned clean by Logan Paul
A
in an
part-timer,
elimination
by the
chamber
way.
match.
A part-timer. You're a full-timer, and he's a part-timer.
Yeah, that tells me everything I need to
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, 100%.
That tells me they don't have anything for Priest right now. They don't know the direction that they're going to go with him.
Well, did he fulfill his last part of the story? Because remember, he was a champ. He did have
Yeah,
the
I mean,
with the
how
Judgment
many
Day.
times have we seen former champs just kind of fall by the wayside?
Oh, plenty. As
Yeah.
long as we've
So
been watching,
and
plenty.
I think with Damian Priest, it's really no different. When they took him out of the Judgment Day, when he became champion, they were hoping because he was over, they were hoping that he was gonna. But let's be real, he
He
didn't
didn't move
really
the crowd.
elevate the title.
Yeah, he didn't move the crowd,
He
which
didn't.
is
There
what
wasn't.
your champion needs to be.
And the biggest pop you were getting as champion was when you were walking out with Rhea Ripley.
110% spot on. Yep.
Or your opponent
So
from or your opponent from 2 years ago in Puerto Rico facing Benito.
I mean, and
And
that was a hell of
speaking of
a
that
pretty
guy,
decent match though.
now, if you watch anything that me and Dub talked about on our show about anything when we went to Wrestling Route, we got to talking about Bad Bunny. My slogan was, "What the fuck's a Bad Bunny?" That
Which he knows who he is,
motherfucker
folks.
literally impressed me, and I changed my whole dynamic on how that man put in the work. He was out there showing out.
And so then you get to this one, Logan Paul.
Which, by the way,
you know
I need another PLE in Puerto Rico, like
Oh yeah.
ASAP.
The fans out there were just like the fans you got in Canada.
I need another PLE in Puerto Rico. Wepa, let's go.
Is it a shame that as I'm about to sit here as an American and say that Puerto Rico and Canada crowds put on a better PLE than what they do in America?
I can say that for damn near every sport.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
So
But
we're back at what Miz was saying.
Yeah,
I wasn't
yeah.
gonna go with JP
Yeah.
took it to another
I
level, which
want-
I totally agree.
I mean,
There
can we
you
go
go,
down
Ben.
south?
We don't give that feeling. Like I always I sit here and watch it when
We cheer and we have fun and we, oh yeah, that's
it's
our team
nothing
and
like
stuff.
overseas.
Fuck no. Not even close.
Just
We're
hear
not
me
It's
out.
nowhere
not
near.
even close. And anybody who wants to debate that is stupid.
Hear me
I'm
out.
sorry.
I'm not
You're
gonna
not
argue.
getting the
Tell
same
me-
crowd. I'm sorry. Have you seen the Serbia crowd during a basketball game? You ain't getting that shit here in the States.
Just hear me out on this.
We're listening to that.
Do not tell me something like Survivor Series or WrestleMania. Don't tell me that would not be epic having that in Estadio Azteca in Mexico City.
They
It'd be through the
shouldn't
roof.
do it. They shouldn't do it because after they do it, they're gonna want to do it every year.
I'm okay with that.
And that's
Yeah, but see,
fine.
okay, 100%. Wait, hold on. But then you're depriving other cities of what it could possibly be. But we know as fans, we know Mexico, because guess what? That's in a facility that all three of us can go to in a heartbeat. We will love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just it's
It's
overseas
something about
crowds
those overseas crowds that
it's
just
43 states, 47 countries was at the Sky Dome tonight.
I
People
know
made
what.
the trip.
Hold on, brother. I know you're going to that. I know that the travel will be well, but the way it's set up, it just can't be held in one place. They have to give everybody that just like that. Like I'm thinking about, I really want to go to New Orleans. Now, I think New Orleans might be a little bit better because if it wasn't for that bastard who I despise in this company by the name of John Cena, if he did not announce his retirement, we should be in Vegas right now doing this type of show at some kind of Airbnb right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when that time comes.
Technically, we still can. We just won't go to the show. Like to the actual show. Like technically, we
100%.
can still make the trip to Vegas.
Right now, I'm aiming to go to Monday Night Raw because that's the only thing I have not done in my WWF fandom.
And that's crazy. That's
So
the only thing. Like you have. Monday Night Raw.
I don't know. I don't know. And I actually
It's the only
do
affordable ticket.
think I know what it is. Like when you're talking about like overseas, I think it has something to do with the fact that they don't get the product very often. So that when they do, they cherish the absolute fuck out of it, and they make
the moment.
they make the moment.
Yeah.
They make the memory out of the whole thing. So that hey, we don't get, they only come around here once every year, once every other year. If that's
just imagine if Jey Uso came out. He didn't have to do anything, but just a moment, just this right here. This is a real movement right now.
Yeah.
That he could do a whole segment without saying a word and just get on there and just do this.
Yep. 100%. That's how over he is.
Exactly.
And then so you get Logan Paul, he finally gets taken out, which thank God CM Punk.
CM Punk said he was going to do that. And that's what I love about it.
And thank God. Thank God that he did, because I'm literally sick of watching Logan Paul horribly execute Hangman Adam Page's moveset.
Oh, the whole the lariat over the rope,
the buckshot lariat. God, he's so bad at doing it. It's ridiculous. The only thing that he can do,
I'll give him that. He's good at falling off. He's good at falling off.
That's the only thing he's good at doing.
100. Yeah, I'm not gonna argue with that.
His athleticism is good enough to make his high flying shit look spectacular.
Yeah.
Anything else outside of that,
shitty.
He is trash.
Shitty.
He is the worst wrestler on the card by far, and it's not even fucking close.
I love my brother's facial expression.
Even worse than Xavier Woods?
Yeah, no, 100% worse than Xavier Woods.
He's
worse than any wrestler on the roster.
I'm going to say he's not even a full timer. You Xavier Woods.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, 100%.
I mean, as bad as I don't like the New Day, but Xavier Woods can wrestle.
Well, at least Xavier, I was gonna say, at least Xavier Woods knows how to fucking work.
He can wrestle.
So no, like I'm not. Logan Paul is not.
To me, he's just being the ass of jokes. But that's just my opinion.
Like Logan
Paul.
We talking about Logan is trash.
No, Woods.
I mean, Woods is going to be the butt of a whole lot of jokes for other reasons other than just his professional wrestling skill. Just ask Paige, but another story. As you get into this match kept going, he finally gets taken out. The story is starting to become Seth is
obsessed,
hell-bent, soul-focused, like you said, obsessed with taking out Punk. To the point he's pushing Cena out the way. He's just, this is between me and him, all of that stuff. And it ends up costing
segment
it.
was so spectacular, though. What they did to Seth between Punk and Cena, what they did right there, that was, as we would say, as we've been watching it, that was great. That was a good moment right there.
They paid
as much as I love Seth Rollins and I didn't want to see him get eliminated, but what happened between there, how he was getting knocked around and both finishing moves.
They paid homage to the fucking Heart Foundation, did the heart attack.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
the heart attack with the GTS AA combination at the end.
Yes.
That was beautiful.
Like it was great. And then the way Cena and Punk had been going after it, hitting the AA, Punk kicks out. Hitting the GTS, Punk kicks out. Or hitting the GTS, Cena kicks out. And then they're trading submission moves, the STF, then into the Anaconda Vice, going back and forth, back and forth. It literally took Seth getting involved and stomping CM Punk's face into the apron. And he didn't tap, and I think this was brilliant because this is the only way it could have happened. You weren't going to be able to have Punk get pinned clean.
Nope.
And he sure as fuck wasn't going to tap.
No.
So to have him pass out, that's the only way it could have gone.
100%. But can I say this? If anybody has been watching this trio right now since we've been talking this, I believe the last time we talked about what was coming up to this Elimination Chamber, I believe somebody said that John Cena was going to win. But we kind of also predicted that it was going to come down to John Cena and CM Punk. I believe this trio said it. If you don't believe us, look up the shows. Look up the shows.
I said, God, I probably might have been.
And we're not bullshitting. And I know JP will say this, and Dub will say this. Sometimes when we speak, the shit comes into fruition, and we don't get paid for this shit. I believe we called how this match was going to happen. I believe 100%. We did. And if I'm wrong, I will come on here and eat my crow, but I don't think I'm going to eat crow because I believe my brothers will back me up. We said
we really
this was going to happen.
We really should make a shirt that says, "What the fuck do I know?"
Or what the fuck do we know? We know
because I
don't know nothing.
Something because as soon as John Cena
I know nothing. I know not a damn thing.
As soon as Cena wins.
Right,
my head starts processing as soon as Cody Rhodes' music hits.
Oh, well, you know,
of course,
okay, Cody, you can come out now.
As soon as Cody's music hits, I start thinking, I'm like, there's a few ways this is gonna go.
Exactly.
There's only 2 ways that this is gonna go.
Tell him, JP.
And I think it's gonna go the way I think it's gonna go. Cody comes out. Mm-hmm. He's dressed in darker attire.
And he always gets whooped on when he has on the suits. If he's in a tracksuit, he's not getting whooped on.
If he's in a good suit, he's getting his ass whooped.
Exactly.
But just like Ric Flair, when Flair was in the suit, stuff would happen. If Flair wasn't wearing a suit,
if you're in sweatpants and a zip up, you're kicking ass that night.
Okay, if Flair was in his Bill Cosby sweater and some slacks, nothing happened to Flair. But if Flair was in a suit, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat would rip your clothes off and then throw the suit,
continue to beat your ass
in the crowd.
But then he comes out. Him and Cena are having a bit of a moment.
But
the dark attire, which is kind of giving off heelish vibes, and I would like a heel Cody. I'm not gonna lie to you. Heel Cody would be great.
Great.
So I'm sitting here thinking in my head, because I'm kind of with you. Like at one point, I was like, I don't think they're gonna do it. They're not gonna pull the trigger on it because of, like you said, everything that Cena does. But then I start to think, I get what Cena's done with the Make-A-Wish Foundation, what he's done with everything else, like with the WWE and stuff like that.
You don't want to make him that type of person because the kids love him.
But the films and the shows that he's been in,
Peacemaker,
have not necessarily been kid-friendly, have they?
No.
Anybody
JP,
else seen Trainwreck?
I love your brain right now. Damn it, brother, I love your brain right now. I have. Or what's that? Parent was the parent movie he did
with his cock blockers.
Cock blockers, yes, that's the movie. Yes,
there's plenty of films and shows that he has done
that's showing that this was coming.
That tells me, if he was really that anal, let's say, about oh, I need to, be that face or whatever. He would be doing more kids movies. He would be doing more kids shows. He would be doing more kid-friendly shit.
Hell, The Rock has more kid-friendly stuff than John Cena.
Okay, so now since we're actually
the only thing kid-friendly really that John Cena has was that one
that Bull movie he did.
Yeah.
The voice they with the Bull movie. And the firefighter movie. And the
Ferdinand
firefighter. Ferdinand and that firefighter movie he did.
That and him doing the Nickelodeon Kid Choice Awards.
Yes.
That's
right. So here's a question that I have for you too. Here's a question I have for you guys. Was John Cena always the plan? Because you saw when John Cena was hugging Cody and The Rock. So does this mean when The Rock was doing this, was that meant that was the Cena the whole time? We know because we can say
you saw the look on Cena's face.
It looked heelish already from the beginning, right? Here's another point of reference to it that it could have been Cena all along. Remember the Ula Fala match?
Mm-hmm.
When Rock came out, did 3. I needed not this, but this, and then did this. Who does this?
John Cena.
It could have been maybe not the plan, but definitely the backup plan.
Well, like The Rock said.
The Triple H, there's always a plan B.
Mm-hmm. Well, like The Rock said in his press conference, you always want to read the temperature of the house. And he was talking about his match at WrestleMania 18 with Hulk Hogan. Because as we know, Hulk was in
because Rock was supposed to win.
Rock was the face, but the crowd turned mid-match and they switched.
But who won the wait? Did Rock eventually still won that match though, right?
Rock went over, but
right.
Just like
Hogan was over.
But just like WrestleMania 13, the double switch happened in WrestleMania 18. So you beat the house,
or you can hint to how we were supposed to get Roman and Rock earlier, but the crowd altered the story to make Cody Rhodes.
And thus we get the final boss character.
And you know what? Do we want the other story? Because I kind of like the way The Rock is right now. I kind of like the way he is right now.
The part that really started getting me thinking, that really went, I think it's going to happen. When he talked to Cody, and you could see Cena not agreeing with The Rock, he's trying to, tell Cody to do the right thing type of stuff. And I'm looking at Cena's mannerisms.
Yep.
It looked a little too overplayed to me. Like he was
because he don't know how to be a heel.
Trying to make you believe that he
hasn't been one in 23 years.
Exactly.
22 years. I'm sorry. 2003 was the last time he was a heel.
We've been watching this for so long that we can read what's going on in the ring. For somebody that has not been watching this as long as we have, they're gonna be like, but for us, it's like you're overselling it.
And then
what JP's getting at.
And then Cody
and Hulk Hogan.
The Rock come there. Cody and Cena are having their moment. Then The Rock comes out with Travis Scott randomly.
Why?
Which I don't understand why the fuck he was involved. Period.
Why?
But
he made no
he's
sense.
Involved.
He was trying to, even though he was trying to help out Cena and The Rock. Whatever.
The sage gimmick, I don't get it.
I'm sorry.
I don't get the sage gimmick or whatever either. He didn't need to be out there for this to be an effective moment.
No.
I don't think. But whatever it is, it didn't necessarily take. It was really more of a what the fuck type of moment, but it didn't take away really anything that happened.
Yeah.
If anything, like at the end of it and stuff like that, it added just a little bit to it to kind of really think at the stable that
Was
The
this put
Rock is
together
trying to
all
create.
along? Yeah.
Exactly. He's trying to make a stable of superstars, not just into like the Hollywood superstars. So here comes Travis Scott, one of the biggest, hip hop artists and everything in the game right now.
The Elite.
Whether you like him or whether you don't, it is what it is. So Rock comes in, tells Cody, "I want your soul."
No, but when he says, "I will open my arms, and you will come to me," I'm like, Rock.
He's saying, "You will come to me, and you will give me your mind, and you will give me your soul." And he's like, "I really need your soul." And I'm looking, going,
There's a lot of things
something's
I
up.
thought.
And I messaged you guys. There's a swerve coming.
Oh yeah,
You-
the curveball's coming, yes.
There's something coming and then Cody goes, "Rock, I want it all. I want this." And then I'm looking at him going, "No,
Nope.
But
if
we
you
kept,
were
but,
gonna,
No.
if you were gonna
but
turn
It didn't feel
before-
genuine.
yeah,
It didn't
if
feel
you were
genuine.
gonna turn, that wasn't the way it was gonna happen."
even before the event happened, this was the question we kept asking all morning. Damn it, who's turning heel? Who is it? Who is it? Who's
We knew it
turning
was either
heel?
going to be
Somebody's
Cena or it was going to be
Somebody
Cody.
is turning heel tonight.
We knew it.
Who is it?
Yeah, it was going to be Cody or Cena, one or the other.
And then Cody drops, honestly, the line of the night.
Yes. Hey,
I didn't
Rock.
know it was gonna happen, but hey, they did it.
Yeah.
Cody looks The Rock straight in the face and says, "Rock, go fuck yourself." Not bleeped, nothing.
Nope.
That was
Beautiful.
full on. I was like,
Our first F-bomb.
Cena's turning right now. As soon as he said it, I see Cena
JP
in the background.
Yep.
As soon as he says, "Go
Overselling
fuck
it.
yourself," he
Overselling
goes,
it.
yeah. And I'm looking at it going,
Overselling it.
Wait.
Overselling it.
So hold on. Let me reverse to another storyline with overselling it. The video footage that came out of Liv Morgan and Raquel walking, and Naomi celebrated the same way John Cena celebrated about Cody saying that. And I text Dub when I saw Naomi do that. I said, "Oh, brother, that they just told us it was Naomi the whole time." That right there. I'm like, she was too happy of that footage.
Yep.
I am 42 years old, and I've been watching WWF since I was 5 years old. So you do the math.
We can see what's coming when it, like, either
We
before
know
or as it's happening.
storylines. We know storylines. It has not changed. The only thing that Hunter has done is taking us back to the era where we enjoyed watching it.
So then
Liv's got some marks on her. Good grief.
after telling The Rock to go fuck himself,
Yep.
The Rock backs up a couple steps into the corner.
He just
and
should wear
looks,
those pants.
has a quick look at John, but not in like a. It's a way that I looked at it going, "Oh, here it comes."
It almost kind of gives you the vibes back after WrestleMania 14 when he first did that, and the rest of the nation beat up on Ron Simmons.
And then
that was the
Cody then,
eyebrow ever.
I don't know if anybody really noticed this. Cody, there was a reason why he turned around to look at Cena. Cody caught the eye contact.
Go ahead, JP.
Cody caught the eye contact between The Rock and Cena and went. He turned his head real quick to like, something's off.
What did I ask? What did I ask you guys? I said, do you think it was Cena the whole time? Like you knew that this was gonna happen? Do you think The Rock knew that Cody was gonna decline? So he had Cena in the because you cannot sit here and tell me this after when he declined and The Rock hit him with the and
he already knew.
how Dub you sent me that text like look how Cena was looking at The Rock and I was like
but then also I know we're kind of bouncing back and forth, people, but we're trying to show you what the breadcrumbs leading up to this. Cena's promo a few weeks back.
Ooh.
When he said, "Yeah, I deserve this. I'm gonna." He said it in a face way, but the words were very heel.
You felt
there was a very serious tone.
There was a very like, okay, that's different from Cena. That's a different look.
And think about to Hollywood. Cena's been in Hollywood. Rock's in Hollywood. Why not pair that together to make a perfect corporate kind of thing?
And speaking of Hollywood, what do they talk about Hollywood? Selling your soul. So
beautiful storyline.
So then Cody, he does the look over his shoulder real quick, and then it was like an awkward turnaround. It wasn't like a normal like, all right, I'm gonna turn it. It was like a hesitation, almost like he didn't want to. So he turns around, almost reluctantly asks for a hug. He kind of hesitates for a second. Puts his arms out, and Cena gives him a hug. And then I noticed the cameraman behind Rock move out of the ring.
Oh boy.
I'm like, okay, something's about to happen right now. And when he moved out of the ring, the camera went straight to John's face. And John's face, almost like a kiss of fucking death look, just without the kiss. Looked at The Rock.
Like it was a trance. Like he got hypnotized.
Camera goes to The Rock. Backs up, kick in the nuts, proceed to beat the absolute shit out of Cody Rhodes.
And then you hear
you knew the heel turn. The heel and folks, anybody watching this, I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. The moment that John Cena made it that face, I think all three of us was trying to text each other and get that out first. Here it comes. I promise you. I saw JP doing we all have iPhones. I saw the dots. My brother was hitting the dots. You probably saw me hitting the dots. We all knew that. Oh shit! It's and then the moment The Rock, see, mind you.
Okay, so here
let me take that back. I missed that segment because I saw it on after the match was over, and I text you guys like, "Oh, The Rock signaled John Cena," and then that's when you guys came in and was like, "Oh yeah, go back and look at the damn hug." And then when I looked at the hug, I was like,
"So 7:24 p.m. JP, Cena has to turn now. Wow, Mizzle 7:24. Somebody has to. JP, they didn't bleep it. 7:24. Then I come back. F-bomb. Then 7:25. Not even a second later. Cena heel turn. Me. And he did. Mizzle. 7:25. There it is. JP. Yes. Mizzle. Actually admitting that he'll take this Cena. JP. Fuck yes. I'm down for this. Then Mizzle. He's getting 17. Yep. Okay, Cena. He's a heel. We have blood. JP. We're definitely doing a show tonight. Me. First heel turn since 2003. Then
and it was
Mizzle.
I've
been waiting on this. Then Cole said shit. JP. Damn. Even Cole saying shit.
See, So, ladies and gentlemen, we're not blowing
See,
smoke up
we
your
were on
ass.
this.
We sit here and talk
We
about
were
what
on.
we're on this. We don't
So it just
sugarcoat it.
it just so when it happens, the first thing that goes into my head was, and I texted you guys this was a bigger heel turn than Hogan. It's not even close.
100%.
It's not even close. Because it
100%.
is literally, I mean, yeah, well, it's kind of the same because nobody thought, Hulk Hogan was ever going to turn heel, though.
Hogan
Okay, but
wasn't big with the Making a Wish Foundation as John Cena is.
The
That
only
shit hits
reason,
more.
the only reason why they turned Hulk is because the fans were turning on him.
Yes.
Exactly.
But
tell him,
here's
JP.
the thing. This
They ain't ready for that.
started the year before 1995.
No
Because-
breadcrumbs there too.
Because during his feud with Vader, to which Vince McMahon totally screwed Vader when he went to the WWF in '96.
Vince McMahon has been screwing people forever. Let's just.
But true. But he
In more ways than one.
he really messed up Vader. Okay.
I agree.
I still
Vader
say
was
to this day,
a very great.
In my opinion,
character.
Leon White is the greatest big man I've ever seen. When a 450-pound plus man can do a flawless moonsault,
Probably the most athletic big man I've ever seen of all time.
100%. I'm not gonna argue guys with that.
There's only two people in my mind that does the cleanest moonsault of all time. One is Leon White. The other one is Kenji Muto, aka the Great Muta.
I kind of have to put Keith Lee on there.
Yes. Keith Lee has done some amazing things. 100%.
To which AEW, shame on you for not using that man right.
Well, shame
on you,
WWF didn't use him right either.
When I first
the Federation didn't use him right either.
When I first saw Keith Lee, I was like, this dude is going to be a world fucking champion. He's big as shit.
His athleticism is off the charts, brother.
I was like, his athleticism
is off charts.
I was like, why is he flying? He's not. He's over 300 pounds. Easily over 350. Why is he flying? Stop it.
Easy.
Why are you doing the perfect moonsault ever moves? Why are you doing this? Why? No, stop. You're not. You were too fucking big for this. And yet,
100%.
When he first came,
he did,
and debuted in the Royal Rumble, and he was going toe to toe with Brock.
I know what you're talking about. Yes.
I'm like, can you please give me a Keith Lee Brock program just to see brute strength against brute strength?
I don't think at the time that he was given that brute strength, his mic skills could not hang with The Rock. That's why you didn't get that.
No, I said Brock, not The
because
Rock.
Brock. Oh, okay. Well, then never mind. The mic skills were nowhere. I thought you said Rock. I'm like, yeah.
No.
Well, never mind. The mic skills were never there then. Neither one of them had mic skills.
Well, Brock had Paul Heyman, so that was his mic skill.
That
at that time. But
hence what I said. Neither one of them had mic skills.
But back to the Hogan situation. Okay. Hogan coming into the Deep South in WCW, of course, yes, brought mainstream, brought them big money, so on and so forth. But here's what people don't understand about the Mid-South, Southeast, Southeastern wrestling fans. They like more action, not so much necessarily the storytelling, but the storytelling in a sense in the ring. Which is why they loved Flair and Harley Race, which is why they loved Flair and Steamboat, which is why they loved Flair and Sting, so on and so forth. The Rock and Roll Express against the Midnight Express, Arn Anderson versus Bobby Eaton, so on and so forth. Rude and Sting, EIO. Which, him coming down there, yes, mainstream media, this, that, and the third. But, again, the fans down there, they were already overseeing the hulking up and the 5 moves of doom, the clothesline in the corner, the big boot, the 3 right hands, and
Let's go home, brother.
The atomic
Let's go home, brother.
the atomic leg drop, if you will. And then that was that. Now again, I get why Flair and Bischoff wanted him there. I get it to boost the morale of WCW. But by the time he was feuding with Vader, fans were cheering for Vader. By the time he got with the young Paul White, they were cheering for that. And then
Hogan was very, very much getting pushed to the side by the fans.
And the reason why Hogan decided to do it was because Sting didn't want to do it, because Sting was the original choice, and it made sense because he's the franchise of WCW.
Sting as a heel, though.
He was, and thank God he didn't go through, because when they tried to make him a heel in the late part of 1999, it sucked, and it
didn't
sucked
work.
bad.
Exactly.
Because fans
Sting can never be a heel. I'm sorry.
Fans were still cheering him. So it just happened to work because, again, Hogan was getting heat as a heel. So it's like, okay, well, let's go through with it. And of course, we all know what happened. The rest is history. So fast forward to now.
I kind of figured.
But even during Cena's prime run, there were plenty of times he wanted to turn heel. Vince would not let him.
Because his bread and butter was with the children and then Making a Wish Foundation.
Correct.
We knew, because like I said earlier, what I'm alluding to now, it was right. It was perfect right now because you saw the reaction the New Day got when they became heels, because it's two things that could not become heel because of what they've done. The New Day couldn't become heel because of how they reached out to the younger generation. You didn't want that. But the moment that they got over, because we were sick of it. You're sick of it, JP. I know you're sick of it. Well, you may not be sick of it as I was. I was done with the New Day. But them turning heel, you saw the heat they were getting. So they're like, okay, let's see how it works with John Cena.
You also got to look at the timing. Like you just said.
Yes.
Or like Deborah just said, it was the height of the PG era.
Yeah.
John Cena wasn't going to be anything but a face.
Exactly. You couldn't do that at that time.
Now we're in an era of pretty much
ruthless aggression a little
WWE
bit again.
Now.
Ruthless aggression. Let's be real.
You're PG-13 borderlining R now. Without the sex and nudity and all that, but I mean, wait, when it comes on to Netflix,
you're not touching that NC-17, but you're kind of getting there.
Yeah. So now it just
ECW on Netflix.
Oh my God.
Paul Heyman running something on Netflix. Holy shit!
The mad scientist at work.
Happening now.
Paul Heyman giving full range to be a creative genius. Holy shit! You would have been. That's all you would have been hearing.
This is the same. This is the same individual who, when Kurt Angle was scouting around where to go, crucified one of his wrestlers.
Tommy Dreamer.
Crucified. Mm-hmm. You guys, everybody knows what that means.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That was the reason why Kurt Angle said, nah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go somewhere else.
Too real.
That I can't get behind that.
Not my speed.
And so to give.
That's not going to work for me, brother.
As soon as it's someone like Paul Heyman giving him free range to just get inside that mad genius head of his.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, right now, you think Paul Heyman isn't a part of a lot of this shit? You think he's not part of the storytelling? You think he's not in that boardroom saying, hey, how can we make this match better? How can we make this Cena heel turn better? How do we make this Sami Zayn Kevin Owens match better? How do we what Paul Heyman loves to do is develop talent and tell really good stories. And
What
you
did
have
Michael Cole come out and say now? He said the reason why we're on Netflix is because we're telling stories. We're beyond the entertainment part of this business now. We're telling stories. And that was a huge reason why we're on Netflix right now.
Yep.
Because they are telling stories. It's beyond the entertainment part of it. It's all about getting people involved, which was our biggest thing growing up watching it.
Yeah.
You give me a good fucking storyline, you're gonna have my
We'll be
attention
watching.
all day, every day.
We'll definitely be
I
watching
can
if
watch it.
that's a good story. And now
Exactly.
Cena kicks Cody in the nuts.
Bingo.
Cody drops the belt and just proceeds to beat the living hell out of Cody.
And I'm gonna tell
Drawing
you what
blood,
lets you
hitting him
know.
with the title.
Oh, okay, so that's what you're leading up to what I was gonna say, JP. The reason why you can see that now John Cena is a heel is when the belt gets tossed on the head of the champion. When the opponent picks up that belt, when they are a face, and the moment they pick up that belt and you get trampled with that belt multiple times, you are, ladies and gentlemen, a heel. John Cena is a heel.
John Cena did it the most traditional, old school way you could probably do it. He really did.
Because he's old school. He's old school.
Exactly. Him and that bald spot. So
don't get our brother started.
He beats the crap out of him. He hits him with the belt. He hits him with the butt end of the microphone. He draws blood, and then they basically lay Cody out. The Rock comes in and starts beating the belt. Again, pulls out the belt, starts whipping him with it. The Rock then goes up, takes the blood off of Cody's head and smears it on the belt where it says Cody's soul. It just and then you have Cena with the title holding it up, pissed look on his face. And then you have the other visual of both Rock and Cena standing next to each other with Travis Scott leaning on the ropes and Cena's foot on Cody's head. Not his body, his head. And then they get out of the ring, do the looks, their whole other thing. Everything's done. Come press conference, John Cena shows up, takes the microphone, looks at it.
Full heel.
Mic drops and walks out quicker than he showed up.
Exactly. Now, does this give you that feeling when Vince had that authority thing? Remember when Vince was authority? Before Triple H
Rock is technically an authority figure with TKO and everything else like that. So
are you? So you know this? You know the vibe that I'm getting right now, right?
The corporate champion, the whole
the corporate. But I'm talking about the corporate when Vince was corporate, not Stephanie and Triple H. I'm talking Vince corporate. I'm getting that feeling. But better understanding with it.
You're talking about Survivor Series 98 when they screwed Mankind.
I'm talking about full-fledged corporate Vince McMahon. We're getting that right now. Rock gave you that whole thing because when you saw Cena beating the crap out of Cody, The Rock was just standing there.
And then you know what's also cool? What's one thing that Cena's always been? A company man.
A company. Ooh, JP. Drop the mic on him. That was a Cena drop mic right there. Cena, whatever it does. He said it. What did he say when he lost the Royal Rumble? Was best for the company.
What's best for business?
What's best for business?
And if the head of the company says he wants my soul, I'm a company man. I did it for Vince.
How long have we been watching this shit?
I'm going to come to him.
too damn long, apparently.
How long we been watching this shit? Because I believe we just laid out the
be in the
storyline.
writer's room is what we need to be.
No,
That's
y'all
what we
can
need to do.
y'all can be creative. Just give me a microphone and leave me the broadcast booth. I will
So
take Wade Barrett's.
so
I'll take Wade
if
Barrett's
anybody
job.
has been watching anything when it comes to this, us three, we say this: we speak shit that we should get paid for, and we don't.
And then it goes back.
Not yet,
I
anyway.
told you guys in the text chat too. I said this about a year, maybe 2 years ago. I said the only way a heel turn for Cena would be effective if it was a Hollywood corporate type of character, like The Rock did when he came back from, doing the Scorpion King, Hollywood Rock,
When
coming
he became out,
in,
yep.
singing songs, bashing the
Even
crowd and everything.
Sacramento.
I was there for that one. I was there. I was there for when The Rock when he was in Sacramento and he was with the guitar.
I was like,
matter of fact, Stone Cold got arrested that night too. Stone Cold got arrested that night.
So it's like that whole thing. I had thought about it, going, that's the only way you can make it work is if Cena comes back. And you got to take advantage, because at that point, people were in a way kind of fed up with Cena, that the whole 5 moves of doom, it's the same shit. Mizzle obviously being one of them. It's the same shit being done over and over again. You hear chants. You hear chants in the crowd going, "You can't wrestle, you can't wrestle." All of the other, I was like, so the only way you can make that effective is if you have a Hollywood Cena moment where he comes in after doing all the movies that he's done and everything else like that, and he does the 5 moves of doom just to piss people off.
Get more heat.
Exactly, you get more heat. I was like, on top of that, you can make him the champion too, out of spite. And what are they going to do now? Because we all know Cena's not done after Mania, people.
No, he's winning. He's going to be the champion.
He's got till the end of this year.
And WrestleMania is in April.
Yeah.
He's winning.
He's going to make a run. He's going to have the 17th title reign, the one that passes Ric Flair, even though we know that Ric Flair's title numbers are higher than 16.
What did I say the moment this fucker announced his retirement? Before we got to the group chat, I texted my right brother and I said, "This son of a bitch is about to win everything the rest of this year out."
And he was not.
I said, "I'm gonna have to sit here and deal with this shit for a whole fucking year because I hate this son of a bastard."
But the only way it works,
I know.
The only way it works for him doing that is making him heel.
Yes, and I'm on it. I'm with it now. I'm with his whole retirement now. I wasn't because I thought they were going to do it a different way. But once I started to feel the heel vibes, I'm like,
this is going to turn into. I can see it now. I got already just by tonight. Already know what's going to happen. Heel run, champion, heel run. Turns on The Rock. Final match of his career is against The Rock.
Oh.
They duke it out.
So we don't get Roman?
John Cena takes on the final boss. May not be for a championship. If he still has it by that point or whatever, we'll see what the championship picture looks like. But his last match, because he's not going to retire a heel. That's just.
So he has to retire a face.
It's going to be a very, he's heel. Yeah, we've all wanted to see it, but it's going to be a very brief stint. Enjoy it while it lasts, because it's not going to be very long. When we get towards the end of the year, you're going to start seeing the whole, he's starting to show signs that he doesn't want to be the final boss's puppet anymore. He doesn't want to, he feels like he betrayed his fans, and like all of it is starting to eat at him, and he needs to come back, and redeem himself, and all that. That's all going to happen towards the end of the whole thing, and his final match is going to be against one of his biggest rivals, The Rock. That's the only way any of this makes sense. He's not going to retire a heel. I can talk about that with anybody for forever, but he's not going to retire a heel because, again, everything that he's done and everything that he means to the company.
That's why I'm not going to argue with you on that one because
So
I didn't see the heel turn.
you
I always
have
thought he was always going to be a face.
the heel turn in a sense. Because if you hear the reaction of when it happened, it wasn't it was a yes. Because how long have people been asking for this?
20 plus years.
So this heel
15 at
turn,
least.
this heel turn is a reward gift to
It's
the
a
fans.
gift to us. It's definitely a gift to us.
It's a gift to the fans
100%.
because now
100%.
we're gonna see an unhinged Cena, Peacemaker style Cena, which I'm all for. I'm all for. I really want to see how this is gonna go.
Just look to my Facebook.
How he's
I
gonna
said,
show up,
"This
how
Cena?"
and Dub, you made a good point. He did make a heel theme back in the day. He just was never able to use it.
Because Vince didn't want it.
We could see that. I mean, we're definitely not going to hear "Time is up, my time." We're not going to hear the "Come on, no." We're not hearing that no more.
That's over now. That's over.
Yeah, dude.
So
The trumpets are gone,
guess
ladies
what?
and gentlemen.
I think he's going to open up Monday Night Raw with a new theme.
I could see that.
He will open up Monday Night Raw.
Either with a new theme on his own, or he's going to walk in with The Rock. They don't have the theme just yet.
I like that analysis, and I know it's off subject right now, but I really despise California weather right now because I've had like a few days with 70 plus degrees right now, and it's fucking raining right now. I really
schizophrenic weather is always nice.
So I guess we get a Cena heel change, and the weather decides we're going to change with Cena.
Yep.
I guess we really can't see him right now.
It's a dark, rainy day for.
I guess we really can't see him right now.
just to mess with you.
And and now, remember back in the day, like especially when he was face, Super Cena, never lost, never really got hurt. Now we're gonna see a heel Super Cena, which boy. I feel is gonna be even better than what we had before. And again, the 5 moves of doom. He might abandon maybe not the whole move, but the way he does the 5-knuckle shuffle. The way he does the 5-knuckle shuffle, he ain't gonna do it to the opponent anymore. He's probably gonna end up doing it to the fans. Y'all can't see me giving the birds or whatever it is that he's gonna modify the 5-knuckle shuffle one way, shape, or form. He may even modify the STF a little bit.
I think they're gonna milk this because we know it's his last run. I think we're gonna see a good version of John Cena. I mean, of course,
WrestleMania is in April. So WrestleMania is in April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November.
It's weekend, April 9th to the 20th.
So he's got.
So we got the whole month of March,
8 months,
and a little bit of April.
He's got 8 months after April.
Yes,
I give him a good 6-month reign, and he'll lose it. And the reason why he loses it is because The Rock accidentally interfered some way, shape. There was some sort of miscommunication within the group that leads Cena to go back to being a face, and then him and Rock.
Will he lose to Roman Reigns? Because I believe Roman Reigns is going to be a factor to this story. I believe because the reason why I think this is how you can lead up to The Rock and Roman, is because Roman will be pissed off that he didn't pick him to be his champion because we're blood. I
Yeah,
think
but
that
here's
can
the thing, though.
I think that might can work. It may not work because how a fan thinks it never works out. But I would think how we will get Roman and Rock because that's what we want. That's how we get that because you picked Cody, but Cody didn't trust you, so now you went to John Cena. I'm here too.
But a lot
I could be
of
wrong.
that one. I mean, it makes sense to a certain degree. Where it kind of throws off for me is Roman Reigns just fought this big old battle over being the leader of the family, over the Ulafala, being the head of the table. There is nothing about Roman Reigns' character that I see right now that's willing, or for me, him willing to play second fiddle to anybody, including The Rock.
Exactly, I agree.
So for that, I mean, I can definitely see The Rock Roman Reigns happening in next year's WrestleMania, depending on how they can, definitely cook this story up. But with John, when it comes to just John, I again a good 6 month reign, and then some sort of miscommunication within the group because they're going to add maybe one or two more guys to the stable. I don't think it's just going to be John Cena and The Rock. You might have some new blood coming in. Zilla could possibly play a role in this. But I don't know how often Travis Scott is going to be a part of it. That's why it was kind of like a what the fuck moment for me. Like what is the point? Like what's the point of Travis Scott being here? What is he? Is he going to be here? The same amount. Like whenever The Rock shows up, Travis Scott is going to be with him, or was this like a one-off just to help him there and then kind of because the way Travis Scott was acting tells me that he's going to be part of the story somehow, some way. Whether it be an interference guy, on the end, because I have no idea what Travis Scott's athletic ability is. I have no idea if he was going to be able to do anything in the ring, at what capacity they would have him in. I think he's just going to be like that, kind of like a mouthpiece character. He's going to be outside, distracting the referee, he may take a few bumps here and there, but I don't see him really doing much other than that. He's going to be spreading a whole lot of sage and weed everywhere, I can tell you that much. But outside of that, I mean, unless more starts to come up to where I can kind of visually see, oh, this is what they have for him. This is what but for now, it's just kind of like, we'll see what happens. But I do
he was
definitely
going to be more involved when he was assisting.
Yeah, when he was, and he even took a slap at Cody at the back of the head.
And when you saw that, you're like, okay, he's officially part of this story.
Like he's a part of it somehow, some way. I don't know. I don't know how much or what he's gonna do, but I just know he's gonna do it. So, but I do think the final boss is not done recruiting. There's a couple more souls that he's gonna take, and who it's gonna be. Again, I think Zilla could be a name because he's a name that they've been wanting to bring in, but they just haven't figured out a way just yet.
Found a way, yeah.
And he's finishing obviously his other, obligations, that he has to do. But I think Zilla could definitely be brought into it. But then there are other factors, and I don't know if y'all are going to expect me to say this name, but it's somebody that I've seen in multiple clips that has said He wouldn't mind coming back. He loves the crowd, the adrenaline and everything. And that man is Dave Bautista.
Oh,
He's been doing Hollywood movies and everything now too. He's Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy. He may not be as known or as big as an actor as John Cena.
but is his body ready to take on that kind of stuff?
But it's still the Hollywood, and he's got the wrestling background experience and everything like that to be able to kind of bring that together. So I would not be surprised if Dave Bautista makes an appearance in this final boss stable.
Happy birthday, Chun-Li.
If he comes back correct, because in these movie roles, your body takes kind of different tolls.
Yeah.
And when you come back to wrestling, it's a little bit different.
Oh,
But if
yeah,
he gets
he's
his body
definitely going to have to get
into it.
Yeah,
I'm for it.
He's definitely going to have to get the ring rust and all that stuff off for sure.
Oh yeah, I like Bautista.
But with him, I can definitely see something happening in that he's trying to bring a stable of Hollywood superstars.
I like it.
And add somebody in there who has a wrestling back. The only reason why I said Zilla is because of family. And then, he wants to bring at least one more family member that he can trust, type of thing. And that could be Zilla. Hell, it could be Jacob. Don't know.
Yeah.
He could bring Jacob and Tama in there. But I do think, even if he does bring Jacob and Tama Tonga in there, I still think Dave Bautista might, because again, like, and it's not like, oh, he's been showing up on WWE TV or anything. Like, these are outside interviews that I've seen him do where he said, there's nothing like the adrenaline of the crowd. I miss it. I would love to go back. This, and that. He showed a lot of interest in coming back. And he has a good relationship with Triple H.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about so much anymore because of the political standings between the two of them, but outside of that,
they're part of Evolution. That's Evolution, right?
They were, but as you know, one's left, one's right.
Yeah. So how that got? I mean, they'll probably be able to go beyond that. Hey, our political beliefs or whatever, but this is business.
Money.
Money's involved here, and so having Dave Bautista come in to add another Hollywood former wrestler type of thing to come in,
that would be nice.
It makes sense to me. And then maybe one other person. I mean, how I see it is, I don't think it gets any bigger than 5. I really want to say 4 because I don't know what Travis Scott's role in all this is going to be.
And I'm not liking his character. It doesn't fit because he doesn't speak. Ain't nobody said nothing about him.
Again, he just kind of showed up. There wasn't really like a build up to it. He just kind of showed up. He had his own custom belt, and he was like blowing sage. He was blowing sage and smoking a weed blunt the whole fucking time that he was in there,
which I love.
Yeah, which is fine. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, hey, we know where we're going with this Netflix stuff. Well, okay. A little bit of Travis, Scott coming here puffing. He already did that once with fucking with Jay.
Yeah, with Uso, yes.
Coming into the crowd and stuff. So again, I don't know his for actively taking part, and then maybe Travis Scott again, that mouthpiece. But the most I can see them doing is 5. Almost like a smaller version of the Main Event Mafia in TNA. So something like that, showing up in the suits and like the Hollywood, get up and everything.
Yeah.
With and it's probably going to happen. every single member in this stable is going to have some sort of belt. The Rock has his final boss belt. Cena's going to be the champion. And whoever else they bring in, whether it be tag team champions or intercontinental U.S. champ, whoever the fuck it may be, that stable
basically how the
is gonna
bloodline
be,
had it.
Yeah, that stable is going to be absolutely dripping in gold for about 5 to 6 months. And then again, there's going to be some sort of thing, corrosion that happens within the group. And then Cena goes back to being a face. Him and Rock duke it out. Cena loses to The Rock because that's traditionally how wrestlers go out in their last match. They go out clean.
How do we bring Roman into this, though?
Unless you're
Roman has to play a part in this. Some way, somehow, Roman has to play a part in this.
Roman might be the wedge that breaks them apart. And henceforth be the reason. So Rock and Cena are going to duke it out. Rock is going to win. And then he's going to be like, fucking Roman, you ruined everything. Now I'm coming after you.
Then we get WrestleMania 41 in New Orleans. Finally, Rock and Roman.
Yeah.
42. I mean, I broke some scenarios down to Dub. I was one of my scenarios was like, you can get it because The Rock chose Cody over Blood. Mm-hmm. You can kind of go that direction a little bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like the other direction that you came with. It's so many avenues you can use with this storyline to get The Rock and Roman.
That's the best part of it. Like, I'm not at all saying what I'm saying right now is going to happen.
Yeah.
Well,
but
like Paul said, when it comes to this
there's something there.
Storyline, they're just only in the third inning.
Oh yeah. They're not even close to the ending just yet.
We're not even at the seventh inning stretch yet.
Yeah.
The bloodline is not over. That storyline is going to go for a minute.
Yeah.
And plus, it looks like you're possibly tweening Jacob to be a tweener because now he is starting to get over with the fans. Especially,
he's already over.
I don't think he's starting, Dub. I think he is.
Yeah, he's already over.
Well,
yeah, he's already over.
The minute they let him talk like himself and not this
on the mic,
he won. Not this I love you solo.
Yeah.
Once they let him,
I mean,
once they
exact Bay Area talk.
They let the 916 come out of him and start speaking
Sacramento zone.
Start speaking that Northern California yada holla talk.
As soon as they get him cutting promos with a bottle of Hennessy and a pack of Newports, it's all over. It's all over.
Like he's New Jack in ECW.
It is all fucking over. But with Cena, again, it's shocking because nobody, as much as we all would love for it to happen and wanted it to happen, we never thought it was going to happen because of said reasons that we've already said. Yes. But now that it's happened, now that it's happened, it's almost like John Cena fulfilled a Make-A-Wish for the entire fan base.
That is a very good analogy.
Yeah, so
that's 100% spot the fuck on.
So
JP could not have said it better.
So they're just at a point right now that they can do a lot. They can go a lot of different directions with it.
So much.
And that's the beauty of it because it's so much of a okay, we got it. Now what? Now like okay, we got the heel turn that we've been asking for. Okay, now what were we gonna say? Now people are gonna be foaming at the fucking mouth. Anytime that John Cena shows up into any arena, that arena is gonna be packed. It's gonna be sold out wherever the fuck they go because everybody's gonna want to see heel Cena.
And another thing. Is he aligned? Because we don't even know if he's aligned with The Rock, though. We're speculating right now. We don't know what's going on. We know this.
Oh, yeah.
JP, what I'm saying is we know this. But for the storyline purposes, we already know people do certain things to get over. We don't know if he's aligned with The Rock. we know the storyline. He's alive.
It could be turning into. I mean, yes, we know he's alive, but it could be he's using The Rock to get what he wants.
That's what I'm saying. It's
And
so
then
much that you can go along with this.
He
that's what we're here for.
he basically let The Rock talk and go, yeah, okay, yeah, I got you. But at the end of the day, he's doing it for himself, and that could also lead into, that final.
Could it be the ploy? Excuse me. That Stone Cold used with Vince McMahon when they tried to turn Stone Cold corporate? Could we slightly get that?
That, but amplify it by 10.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to bridge gap to see where we can lead into what's going on. Yeah. And I think about Stone Cold becoming the corporate champ for Vince, but end up at the end of the day saying, "Fuck you, Vince McMahon. I'm Stone Cold Steve Austin."
And you're taking this.
Can we slightly get exactly? Can we slightly get that from Cena?
We could.
I don't think Cena.
Again, we can list scenario or scenario.
We don't know. That's what I love about it. We don't know, because as us being historians of this, we call a lot of shit. On this, we don't know what route John Cena is going.
We can definitely speculate, and if it happens the way we say it happens, because logically that's just how we thought about it, then hey, cheers to another correct guess. Not everything we've done.
But we want to be wrong. We never want, to a degree. I'm the type of person, I don't want to sit here and be the type of person.
Depends on what
I told you so. Exactly. Yeah. It has to be the right storyline for us to be like, you got us. You got us.
Or I'll be like, I mean, usually we state like, I hope I'm wrong. We hope it doesn't happen all the time. This way. But,
I want to be wrong.
It's like we want to be wrong when it comes to certain situations. But in these situations, like in this hour and going on 45 minutes, we've pretty much covered damn near every possible road that it can go.
And yet another possible curveball can be thrown at any
Absolutely.
time.
Absolutely.
And that's what we want. And that's what we want.
That's why I say the WWE, especially now, has done such a good job at modernizing kayfabe, because now it's getting to the point where from super predictable, we know what the fuck is going to happen, to it's little predictable, but not really anymore. It's only predictable when it's only predictable when you're watching it happen. Before the moment, you don't know what the fuck's going to happen. But as you see things start to kind of fit into place, you go, okay.
Yeah.
Because what we saw today, none of us knew it was going to happen, but we knew when it was going to happen as it was happening.
Like, damn it,
so that's where I would rather be in that situation than 100%. I'm not watching because I know what's going to happen.
That's what I love about what's going on right now, because we have so many speculations how we think it's going to go. But as we're watching, we're like, swerve. Because honestly, I thought Cody was going to take it. I thought Cody was going to be like, you know what? I need this for my family. The way it was set up, yada, yada, yada. I wanted the Cena turn, but in my mind is how Cena is, how they put Cena to me. Like I said, the New Day change opened up my eyes to the Cena change, because I for sure thought the New Day would never change because the kids loved him. And if you know anything about WWF, they're all for the kids, especially with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I know we said that, but I know I'm reiterating something we said earlier.
How did I know that Cody was going to say that corny ass lineup? I sold my soul to these fans in this business in this ring a long time ago. How the fuck did I know he was going to say that?
Well, because you saw when he won the title last time, and he didn't do the good job of promoting when he won it, because they were setting him up for that, and he didn't take on that persona how it was supposed to go. And we're like, damn it, Cody, you dropped the ball. Now I can't respect you as that champion because how you made this promo happen.
No.
But you knew that was going to happen because that's the way Cody is, and that's how they've been putting it in front of us.
Yeah. So it's just the everything
It's
went
just
down the way
it should have been.
Now we're all going. Can't wait to see what happens on Netflix on Monday. Because you got Cody saying go fuck yourself.
Yep.
And then you got Michael Cole of all people saying, is this shit really worth it? What is this
Selling
really worth it? Worth this shit? I'm like, oh, you've sold it to the point where you pissed off Cole.
Exactly.
Like, wow. You
We're
pissed
there
off
now.
Cole enough to where he went unprofessional.
And you would think you would get that from Pat McAfee, but you got that from Cole. You expect that from McAfee.
Because Pat
if Pat would have done it,
kind of teased it. He kind of teased it.
He did.
He said,
but if Pat would have done it, it wouldn't have had the same effect.
Exactly.
It wouldn't have
because Pat has always been a conspiracy theorist. Cole has been the one that's been on point, speaking the facts and 100% things. So when you get Cole confused, you're selling a story.
Well, not so much as confused, but actually going out and shit, like actually saying. Yeah. Because we know Pat McAfee has a mouth on him. We know he can, go and say some shit like that.
It's like back in the day when Jim Ross used to go, "What the hell?" Or he would say, "Son of a bitch, you son of a bitch." You have no conscience. Do you have no soul?
It's like
you see, ladies and gentlemen, what we have here. We have history of watching this shit. We have went back to old commentators that we have not even spoke on. My brother went back to good old JR.
It's just that whole thing, when Michael Cole came and said it, and you can hear like Pat McAfee go, "Oh damn!" Like Michael Cole just said that.
If we had the Passion logo, we'd be putting it up right about now, folks.
Wait, I think I have it on the other one. No, that's fine.
We need to add it on to this one too, because hold on. But if you don't notice, we have like 4 or 5 shows that we do together, ladies and gentlemen.
there's very
a lot of passion.
A lot of passion.
It was very much like the subtle details in everything again, we've been watching this shit for so long that we look for those minute small details in either facial expression, body language, how things are moving. How I just brought up, I noticed the cameraman get out of the ring. Very small detail that nobody would have fucking thought of. But again, because we've been watching this for so long, we know how the show works. We've watched the show on TV. We've been to shows, live shows, to see production on how things move when they're not on the air and how everything just gets. So with all of that combined knowledge, we see this. But the great part about it is, and I think that it's kind of speaks on the 3 of our character. We're still willing to learn and listen and observe and oh shit, that's new. We're not sitting here saying we know everything about pro wrestling.
No,
not at all the case. We're just saying that we've been watching for so long that we're able to pick up things that not a lot of people can.
As was said earlier, when the camera zoomed in on John Cena's face when he was hugging Cody Rhodes, I literally looked at that screen and was like,
as soon as it happened.
And as instantly, I think all 3 of our bars had that 3 little symbol when we saw that face. I think I was trying to text you guys to be first, and I think you were trying to text me to be first. We all saw that look like heel.
But on top of that, and here's another little detail, which I'm sure people could, probably picked up on. When Cody said, "Go fuck yourself,"
boom.
if you look at The Rock's face, there was zero hint of concern.
Nope, because he had Plan B.
There was zero like, oh shit, like my plan is fucked up now. Like I'm like, oh, what do I do? Or like not even a oh, you
The
really just said
goosebumps
that.
thing.
Yeah, like you're not even like no reaction, just a simple, just a little smirk, just a okay.
That's what makes this more.
Mhm.
This right here makes it even more.
Just cold blooded.
That was
Like JP just said like JP said a second ago. We're in our ages to where we've been watching this thing forever. The moment The Rock did this, I was like, "Oh, this was the backup plan. This was the plan all along." Because we knew Cody was never going to go corporate. Let's just be real. And as JP said earlier, who has been the company man since day one? It's been John Cena. So it makes perfect sense for him to go heel because he is the corporate man. And that's Rock's champion. So that's who's going to win and beat Cody Rhodes to get the record and to be Rock's champion.
What
Does
a fucking
anybody
time
disagree
to be
with
alive.
me?
What a time to be alive.
Who would think that the face of this company, who's been all of everything, I never thought John Cena would go heel. I argued that like Bright as our brother for a long time. Dub said he will go heel eventually, and I'm like, that shit will never fucking happen, bro. He's too much of a face to go that way.
Well, that was the thing, and I was with you on that train for a while. But again, it's what he's been doing outside of the ring, in the movies, the shows, the Peacemaker,
and
everything else.
I didn't grasp that, bro. Until you brought that, it literally just hit me. Until you said that, I was so involved in his character being the face, I could not wrap my way around like he will be this way.
It's like I'm looking at it going, if he was really that, oh, I need to protect the image because of the kids and stuff that I work with, he wouldn't have been Peacemaker.
You don't take those characters.
He wouldn't be on Trainwreck with a sock over his dick. He wouldn't do any of that shit.
Be naked at the Oscars?
Yeah, no, he wouldn't do any of that. Which I think was him being naked at the Oscars was a shaming ritual. That was when he actually sold his soul. But that's a whole different.
That's a Hollywood sacrifice.
Exactly. So then it made the whole sell your soul thing here, especially like when The Rock is like, your soul. I'm looking at it going,
because The Rock
he's really playing into the Hollywood sell your soul vibe right here.
Because The Rock already sold his soul to Hollywood.
Long time ago. Long time ago. His shaming ritual was the Tooth Fairy.
Ooh.
I said it.
That is a fucking good movie to call for that, JP.
I said it.
No, 100%. No. Ooh. Because that movie
horrible
did not
movie,
do well
made him look like shit, and that's the worst movie he's ever done. Like that's just what it is.
Because even that movie he did for Disney, we played that quarterback. That movie sold.
Yeah, that one was fine. The Tooth Fairy.
Oh, JP, damn it, that was a good analogy.
And then you have Travis Scott, who has been under scrutiny for that one festival that was being
deemed somebody died at that festival.
An entire demon festival. Yeah. An entire demon ritual where lives were sacrificed because people died, at that point, at that festival and everything else like that. So I was like, I
really would say something right now, but I'm not going to say it.
It's like you have Travis Scott.
Now, you can't say that and don't say it.
I think he did not say no to Diddy.
Oh, no, he didn't. No. Sold the
You
soul
got to
and the
tell
whole.
Diddy no.
He sold the soul and the whole. That's what he did.
Like Orlando Brown says, you cannot undo
Can't
what your
get back.
butthole receives.
You can't get back.
You cannot undo what your butthole receives. Words
Yo,
to
but
live
so
by Orlando Brown.
So that was kind of the whole thing. I'm looking at it going like, wow, they have 3 people who've actually sold their soul to Hollywood. Like, this is actually very interesting how they're playing this. This is actually pretty crazy. So then now you have a stable of John Cena and The Rock, maybe Travis Scott. Again, I have no idea what the fuck he's gonna do with everything. It may just
Never
be a
entertained like
symbolism
there.
thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
But usually demons don't like Sage, so we'll see. But it's John Cena's a heel. That
Yeah.
holy
Wow.
fuck!
Wow.
Like, we have definitely crossed into some sort of alternate dimension. Because we have definitely crossed into something crazy, because not at all did it because it really, if anything, heel Cody was the only answer that I could think of. Because if you were gonna have John Cena go for the title, you can't have 2 faces.
Nope. Somebody had, as we said, somebody had to go heel.
Yeah, you can maybe do
Well,
2
understand.
tweeners, but you can't do 2 faces.
But we said that in our production. We said one of these 2 had to go heel.
Yep.
I thought it would have been more Cody, because the story would have kind of made sense. But turning John Cena to a heel, now you have made your ratings go a lot higher.
Swerve of the century.
Big time. Big time. And ladies and
again,
gentlemen, I'm not going to call us wrestling historians, but our combined knowledge of what we've been watching since we've been infants, or not infants, but
the students
to understand this industry, turning John Cena heel was huge for this company.
It's what's best for business.
As he said when he lost the Royal Rumble.
The amount of money that this company is about to make right now because of this
decision. Tell him, JP. Tell him.
It is about the merchandise they're about to sell, the TV time, it's gonna be fucking crazy. The amount of money that they're gonna make.
Until we get to WrestleMania right now, they're going to milk John Cena this heel role, and the ratings are going to be the sky high, because now everybody, as we're sitting here talking about it, I mean, we kind of call John Cena becoming the heel, but it's like right now to everybody else.
How long until John Cena drops a Peacemaker style F-bomb on Netflix?
I think it won't be too long, because just by his demeanor when he left off
could we see it as soon as this Monday?
I wouldn't be shocked.
Well,
or is it going to be more along the lines because everybody's going to be asking why? That's probably what it's going to be. This at Raw, why, John? Why?
He's probably going to,
and he's not going to say a fucking word.
He's probably going to make them wait. He's just going to,
just like the mic drop.
He's just,
in which I kind of like that.
To which he's just going to add more heat.
Yeah.
And what is your job as a heel? To get heat.
To sell it. And the mic drop was totally perfect.
You know what's crazy? You know what's absolutely crazy about it? I know you said, like, what's a heel's number 1 job? To get heat. I don't think this is going to bring negative heat. It's going to be more like he's a heel, but people are going to treat him like a tweener. People are going to cheer John Cena now.
Because they don't believe he's this way.
Yeah,
they're gonna reprocess it like this is not the real John Cena.
So he's gotta do, or he's not gotta, he's going to
yeah,
do something that's so malicious in the eyes
like
of the
that word.
WWE universe, as if what he did to Cody wasn't malicious enough. He's going to do something there to further cement. No, this shit's real. Like, you guys think I haven't been listening to what you've been saying?
He has to sell
that
it.
you think during that whole time where I was putting my body and stuff on the line for you guys, hearing y'all scream John Cena
John
sucks
Cena
and stuff
sucks.
like that?
Thank
You
you,
think
brother.
I
I was
didn't
getting it.
that didn't weigh into my head?
Tell him,
You
JP.
like
Tell him.
he's gonna go on to this he's going to do, and I know it can happen because John Cena is very good on the mic.
Yes.
And he knows how to manipulate a crowd.
Yes.
So I have no doubt in my mind that one of these days on Monday Night Raw, I feel like he's going to be more quiet on this one. But in the weeks to come, he is going to say and do some shit that are going to piss people the fuck off.
And guess what they have to do with The Rock? Because he just signed up to do a movie with Scorsese. They're going to implement The Rock until his obligation is to go shoot that movie. You're going to see the final boss in John Cena. I think the movie, this is just me speculating. I think the movie that he has to do with Scorsese, which I think that's going to be an amazing movie because Scorsese does not drop the ball. Scorsese does not drop the ball.
No.
But I think that they're going to lead this all the way up to WrestleMania, and then The Rock's going to disappear afterwards. I think them announcing that he had that movie with that and them doing this, you might see Rock maybe a couple appearances, especially if it's in a big city.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get him. But I think this Cena and Rock thing and Cody, we're going to see a lot of it. And we're going to get a lot of it.
Do you think if we don't see him in person, like in the ring, and I'm talking about The Rock here, if we're not seeing him in person or in the ring, we're going to see a lot of pre-recorded promos?
Agreed.
Probably.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Just to kind of fill in those areas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because they're going to make him like, I'm the boss. And now that Cena's Hollywood, they're going to probably make it like Cena speaks for The Rock. You know how that goes. I mean, we know I say like the Cena's going to be his.
But The Rock.
Exactly. And The Rock's going to be somewhere on his Jeep, on the jet, or he's going to, like he did the promo with the Cody Rhodes thing with the car and everything like that. That's going to happen. And guess what? I'm okay, but I need them to find a way to put Roman Reigns into this so we can get that WrestleMania moment.
Yeah, it'll happen, and I don't doubt that it's gonna happen, because one thing that we've forgotten in this whole thing, CM Punk still has a favor from Paul Heyman he still needs to play out.
JP, way to bring that into the situation right now. Because if you're watching this and didn't think about what that favor is, oh yes, CM Punk lost this match because he has that favor. He could not use that favor if he won this. So that's going to play dividends into this storyline even tremendously more.
Some people are predicting a 4-way dance for the title, which at
I don't
Mania,
like it. I don't like it. I don't. I need one-on-one for that.
Yeah, for me, the only way it can be done is if it makes sense, which in this case,
it slightly doesn't. For me,
it doesn't. But again, we still have a whole month and a half.
A build up, yes.
To weave all of these stories together. And you think Paul Heyman hasn't already thought about this shit?
No, I believe him and Triple H already got something in place.
Yeah, they've already got something set. They've already got something cooking that nobody's predicted.
I think the company is 2 years ahead. And we're gonna sit here and speculate those 2 years. 100%. I think they're ahead with these storylines because Paul Heyman already said that the bloodline story ain't even over with. And we still ain't even got to that because you now have Solo and Jacob going through whatever they're going through. Yep. And that's a spectacular storyline. Roman is taking his time off, which Roman has earned every time off that he asks for or whatever they're going to give him.
I don't know. He took a lot of time off during his fucking reign, but I mean, okay. If you need more time off, sure.
Well, yeah, but we got to also understand what goes on with his health, though.
Yeah, that's also true. That's
also plays into it too.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, I can sit here and go, God, he didn't defend his title enough. Well, he didn't, but
Well, hell,
but
I mean,
his health.
Cody's only defended what 6 times, 7 times since he's been the champion.
Well, that's more than what Roman did in his title reign.
Essentially, yeah, already.
If you want to be technical,
and he's been champion for a little less than a year now.
Exactly, and Roman held that title for how long? Just think about that.
Damn near 4 years.
Exactly.
Yes. There's a lot.
I love the way the company is going because right now, as we sit here and talk about it, just think about how we were doing this show before. We were predicting everything that was going on, and it came to fruition. Right now, we're predicting, and we don't even know what the fuck is going on. And that's what we love about wrestling.
And the great thing is, if the predictions come true, it's going to feel better because of the fact that we don't know what the hell is going on.
Exactly. Unfortunately, when we're doing this show, we called everything that happened, and the show wasn't relevant. So now what we're doing right now, even though our show is always going to be relevant, because if you ever come on and hear us talk, we're speaking facts. But right now, what you're getting from us, you're getting speculation of like, we don't know what the fuck is going on. And that's what makes it so better. That's what we love, what the company does. It's beautiful that we can sit here and say, this may happen. And yes, if it happens, that's because we know. But if we get the swerve like we got tonight, like, yes, we kind of had a felt that John Cena was going to turn heel. Well, I kind of felt that Cody was going to do that for how the storyline worked for Cody. But I didn't take the fruition out of that. This is John Cena's last run. That makes it a lot better.
This last run is John Cena's gift to the fans. And that gift includes giving them the heel turn that they've been asking for 20 some odd years now.
Years.
At least 15 years because he, started off, as a heel for a little bit, got over and was a face ever since. But still.
And this is just my human side of this industry. I hope they ran this by the Make-A-Wish Foundation. If you get what I'm saying when I say this, because my human side of what John Cena has done for that company, you don't want, because now how can he do the Make-A-Wish Foundation when he's whooping Cody Rhodes' ass? So
I know how he can do it. It's not going to be fun, and it's definitely going to be heel move. But I know exactly how he can do the Make-A-Wish.
Did it for the money.
I could definitely do this. You
turn
give a fuck about those kids?
Turn John Cena to DiBiase. I will love it.
You think I give a fuck about these little kids? When that camera's on, it's all nice and smiles, but that camera's off, I knock that terminally ill kid right off the fucking stage. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. Fuck these kids.
Heal, motherfucker. You should heal.
I've always. You know what I do? I Leonidas Spartan that little motherfucker right off the goddamn stage. That's what I do.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm telling you, he's going to say something wild. He is going to say something wild.
He has to literally sell what he's about to do right now. He cannot be one way or the other. He can't be the
the face full on. It's got to be
and that's
full
it.
Turned up.
If that means 17. That's what it means.
If that means for the next 8 months, he's probably told the foundation, hey, for this period of time, probably not going to be a good idea to have me meet up with kids. Just saying. It's not going to be good. You're going to have kids crying. Yep. We don't need that type of publicity. But there's a lot that's going to go down. I'm excited for it. I know all of us are excited for it. I know everybody watching is excited for it. Be excited for another thing. JohnPostTV.com is up, and you can get your Ring Psychology podcast merch on there, hoodies and shirts, over on JohnPostTV.com. You see it right there in my little headline right there. Be able to go on there, get some good stuff. There's a whole lot of merch on there. Shit, I think I've got like 30 something products up there right now. I've been going fucking crazy.
And by the way, let's go ahead and also say this. The reason why the Mizzle and Dub show has a .com and merch up is because of Mr. Predator right now.
Y'all would have figured it out eventually.
I know, but you got the ball rolling a little bit faster, and that's why hence that I contribute to that.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate it.
You already know something. Right now, this right now,
sure.
Basically, we're trying to do what John Cena is doing right now. We're healing this shit, and we're trying to get everything. We're trying to get everybody. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Look here, you're gonna hear us talk about the All Pro Joffos, and I guess what? When the All Pro Joffos on our show, we're gonna give them all the love, and vice versa. Because guess what? This is a family business. But guess what?
Oh yeah.
There might be a heel turn somewhere in a joking way. That's what we do.
We need heel Dub. That's what we need.
I don't think we'll never get that, but I will love it. I will love it. I will love
Dub, if you wouldn't mind, sir, go ahead and take us out.
Don't touch me. I'll beat your brains out.
Here it comes.
All right, Dub Cosell. All right, Dub Cosell.
Anyways,
look here. Hey. No. Give us the real before you close us out. Give us the real Muhammad Ali and Cosell interaction, and then close us out. I need it.
You're ugly. Your wife don't like you. Your hair ain't real. Who are you? Don't touch me. I'll beat your brains out.
Oh,
what the hell,
you guys.
Muhammad?
I love you guys, man.
Well,
Like
I said, it was 22 years in the making. Since 2003 was the last time we saw a heel Cena, and now it's the kick to the nuts heard around the world. In the world of professional wrestling, John Cena turns heel. He will face Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 41 for the World Wrestling Entertainment Heavyweight Championship.
Hey, who was it that kicks the nuts to? It wasn't kicked nuts to me.
I said Cody. I didn't say Mizzle.
I thought you were talking about the fans. My bad.
What Cena did to you, Mizzle, was a complete system reset.
Oh, you know what?
Damn it. That is it. That is a good way.
Wait a minute. He's upgraded. He's upgraded to the software.
Wait,
all right,
hold on.
He's current.
Wait.
He's current.
Wait. So I'm gonna give you a lot. What Cena did was the same thing that Roman Reigns did to me at Survivor Series in Vegas. SummerSlam. I'm sitting next to my brother, and I'm like, we got to sit here and go through this match. Look, this is the closeout. This is my ending to the show. Roman Reigns comes out. He beats the whole crap out of John Cena. He throws up that one, and I'm like, I like this Roman Reigns. The same way John Cena did to me. Beat the crap out of Cody. Get me to be a fan. That's how it is.
Here,
if there's one way I like
to be a fan,
no,
be a dick.
Here's Mizzle after the match, after Roman gets over. He is exactly clapping, exactly like that after the match.
I love JB's analysis. You want Mizzle to change? Be a dick.
Yes.
Now, if you go to my Facebook profile and you go to the SummerSlam album that I have, you can clearly hear Mizzle singing his heart out when John Cena is making his entrance to the ring.
I hate John Cena, ladies and gentlemen. The human being. I don't have nothing against him. The actor, but WWF John Cena.
Before, now.
Well, right now, no. Before, yes. And I'm hoping EJ is watching right now. The Prodigy, I like this John Cena. And you can fuck off.
On that note, folks, we appreciate.
Take us out, Dub. I love you guys.
We were not planning to go 2 hours and 15 minutes. This was not the plan, but
Oh, I
But
knew
when
it
you-
was going to go a long time considering what we had to talk about.
Hey, but
That's true,
wait,
too.
the moment John Cena became heel, this show became 2 hours.
I'm not going to argue that. But don't forget, check out the Ring Psychology Podcast on the Joffos TV channel on YouTube. Check out the All Pro
Yes.
Joffos on Tuesdays and Fridays. The Highly Elevated Sports Talk for the Highly Elevated Sports Fan. Don't forget DJ Matchsticks on Mondays. Don't forget the Mills and Dub Show. We
Indie
don't have a set-
vibes.
Yes, Indie Vibes. Don't forget the Mills and Dub Show. We just do shows. We don't have a set date. You just catch us during the night owl hour. Yes.
Hold on, wait. As we're promoting, ladies and gentlemen, the A7FL is about to start up. You're gonna see these faces on multiple shows.
A lot.
When the
Which, by the
A7,
way,
we're gonna be on the All Pro Joffo show talking A7. The All Pro Joffo is gonna be on the Mizzle and Dub show version of the A7FL. Get involved. Subscribe. It's
which, by the
you're
way,
gonna hate our
folks,
faces.
that's in 15 days.
Yep.
15 days from right now.
Biggest season
You're gonna
ever.
because it's all about what the Insomniacs are gonna do and how the East Coast is gonna try to do on this side. I'm sorry, it's a wrestling show. Don't get us started about A7 because woo,
Well,
we're excited.
You can hear yours truly behind the mic on the 16th of March
Yes.
with Mr. Vera and hopefully the Viking as he's running across beaches, having reflective moments
Right.
on the beaches.
And you know
He-
what? Shout out to the Viking for everything that's going on. And
Love
what
you,
he's
Scotty.
trying to- we definitely love you, Scotty. For sure.
Keep making not just everybody else, but your son and yourself proud, sir. Keep making everybody and your son proud, my friend.
Indeed.
Exactly. That's all that matters.
Real quickly, peace and love to the family of Miss Angie Stone, who tragically lost her life earlier this morning in a car accident, which really sucks because she really came out and said that her music label was screwing her out of her royalties, and then for this to happen, prayers to that family, prayers to the Gene Hackman family for their tragic loss.
Wow.
Carbon monoxide was involved, so this makes this death a little more interesting.
Yeah,
Yeesh.
something's not right here, but nonetheless, thank everybody for watching and tuning in. The road to WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas, Nevada, just got a little bit more interesting. So please stay
And
tuned.
so we don't get a PLE for this month because then we're gonna skip on to next month, right? Because we're in
Mhm.
March and April.
March will probably get a Saturday night's main event.
which
Yep.
I love because they've been doing a spectacular job with how they've been promoting that. So I'm good for that storyline.
And also news, Jesse the Body Ventura is bringing back The Body Shop, but as a podcast. So for those back in the day, Jesse the Body used to have a segment called The Body Shop, like Piper's Pit, like the Brother Love Show, back in the mid-'80s. So the Body Shop's returning, but it'll be in a podcast form. So,
Beautiful.
I don't know the day when it's premiering, but Jesse the Body doing The Body Shop, talking podcast. So that should and will be fun. Well, with that said, folks, for the bad guy, JP, for Mizzle, I'm Dub Monsoon saying thank you for watching this edition of the Ring Psychology Podcast. As the Elimination Chamber, it came, it saw Bianca, Cena punch their tickets to WrestleMania 41 to face the champion. Who will be the
Shout out
champion?
to Jay Cargill for opening up the show with a spectacular beatdown.
And she is in shape, boy. Let me tell you.
Oh, she shredded herself and she looks great.
Yes.
Love
she
you,
does.
love you guys.
Oh yeah.
On that note,
Love you, brothers.
we'll see you in the ring.